Hello, Aarti. I just want you to help my parents of Global Edge understand the relationships of the adolescents' children, please.
Relationships as such are very important for human beings because we are relational beings. We don't live in isolation. We all can have solitude, but isolation, no one thrives in. Around the age of 11, when the hormonal changes start and things like that, children tend to start experimenting with their identity. So when I say they start experimenting with their identity, the first change will be till I'm 11 years old, my teacher knows everything, my mother, my father, they're the ideal people, so they believe that all the adults in their life are perfect. Suddenly, in the adolescent years, this will change and they'll start, having nicknames for teachers, making fun of their
Yeah.
parents, and also sometimes they tell their parents, "Amma, you don't know, keep quiet." So this transition is natural, not because the adult is no longer ideal, but because as a teenager I am exploring with my own identity. I want to know who else I can be, how unique I can be without having a family identity. So this experimentation will be the first change, and it's important for the adults who are handling teenagers to understand that they shouldn't look at this as rebellion, but actually just play along, because a child is only using this safe relationship that already exists with the teacher or parent to identify who am I. So this is the first change. The second is that children will move away from family towards the peer group. So for example, till they're 10 years old, they need 5 people for a game. Any 5 people can be friends. But now they suddenly want to belong to a particular group, which is called a clique. The clique will have their own language. They'll all want to dress alike. They want to, hang out together
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
things like that. And the clique will not normally allow anybody from the outside. So if we have 5 of us who are friends, no new person can come into the group. And these are all very important phases in development. This is where I also add, ma'am, parents should never become friends to children, right? Because they need friends their own age. Parents must always be the older voice of reason who can be the safe space within which the child can experiment with relationships. The third area which causes a lot of concern for parents is the infatuation and the crushes that come about, and we are very ashamed to speak about it sometimes. So we have parents in the other extreme who say, "Oh, you can do whatever you want." So in relationships, we need to understand the crush or the infatuation is the child's sexual awakening. They are beginning to understand that their body has needs that are slightly different from what they were when they were much younger. As a result, they will experience certain changes, certain attractions, and unfortunately, because we are a very hypocritical culture, where in our movies anything can be shown
So
as
true.
normal, but then we expect our children not to be distracted by anything, right? Everything is love. Everything is love at first sight. And then we tell children, but you shouldn't like this person in your class, or you should not, this is not why I sent you to school. When the child comes to you and says, I like this person in my class, listen non-judgmentally. Secondly, you can let them know what are the qualities you like about this person. Our aim as an adult is to help them understand that it's okay with whatever you're feeling. I understand that you have these new sensations and feelings in your body. At the same time, I'd like to know what you like about this person. So, that's when the child starts looking beyond the attraction into the fact that, this is a kind, compassionate person, or this person is very sweet, or this person is very, very, probably confident. There could be qualities that they would like to imbibe. So what you do is understand this attraction. We are not going to minimize it, maximize it, reduce it, nothing. We're just going to say it's there, we acknowledge it, and at the same time, we're also looking for an ability in the child to look beyond just a physical reaction or an attraction to a deeper, meaningful friendship that can be developed with the same person, as opposed to the movie model where I feel attracted and immediately there's a duet and then this whole song
Yeah.
and dance around it, which is very confusing for the young child. And when we start moving this way, children start realizing that okay, it's not bad to feel this way, but I can also do something about it which is regulated. As opposed to, this is not good for you, this is not what I sent you to school for, where the child then is unable to take away this thought, is obsessing about this, fantasizing about it, and it becomes something that diverts them away from the many interests that they can develop. So as parents, as teachers, we understand that this is a normal stage of development, And if we acknowledge it in the right way and supportively help them through it, it's a beautiful phase that will help them transition into understanding the beauty of long-term relationships.
That's nice, Aarti. It's so important to long-term relationships also, and trust and building a bond between parents also. Thank you. Thanks, Atan.